Welcome back to Secret of Money. In this video, I will first show you the design and architecture of Epstein's Island. In the next episode, you will be taken inside the network of connections Epstein built throughout his life. Stay tuned for more. Today, we're traveling to a place known on maps as Little St. James, but to the world, it's better known as Epstein Island. And on this journey, we won't focus on the court files and case details you hear about in the news. Instead, we'll focus on the island itself, its geography, its strange structures, and the clues hidden within its architecture. Why is this island so isolated? What does the infamous blue-striped building actually represent? And why would someone cover their island with bizarre statues? We'll examine everything step by step. Because here, every square meter of this island is trying to tell a story. Let's start with its location. Little St. James is part of the United States Virgin Islands. It lies in the Caribbean, right next to St. Thomas. Although this is U.S. territory, it is not a state. The people living here are American citizens, but they do not vote in presidential elections. In Congress, they are represented by a delegate without voting rights. Returning to Epstein Island itself, the island covers roughly 300 acres. To put that into perspective, that's about 42 football fields. Not enormous, but more than large enough to be a single person's private property. When Epstein purchased the island in 1998 for approximately $8 million, it was nearly untouched. Over the years, however, he reshaped it step by step, according to his own vision, or more accurately, his own hidden world. The island's geography is harsh and uneven. Flat land is scarce. That's why most buildings were constructed on rocky cliffs and elevated hills overlooking the sea. This wasn't done only for the view, but also for security. From these heights, any approaching boat could be seen from miles away. The first thing that greets you upon stepping onto the island is not luxury, but security measures that resemble a military installation. Dozens of cameras are hidden among the palm trees. But let's look at the buildings. At the highest point of the island stands Epstein's main residence. From the outside, it resembles a classic Caribbean mansion. Stone walls, wide terraces, and massive windows. But accounts from inside tell a very different story. Rooms reportedly connect like a labyrinth, with numerous hidden passageways. Just below the main house, guest villas are scattered across different parts of the island. Most are 2 stories tall, each with its own private view. The layout was designed so that guests could stay for days, without ever seeing one another. Privacy here was not accidental. It was intentional. When you look at photographs of the island, the first thing that stands out is the strange blue and white striped building with a golden dome. Online, most people refer to it as a temple, but architecturally it remains a complete mystery. Horizontal blue stripes, uncommon in Caribbean architecture, and a dome that evokes religious symbolism. Yet there is no evidence that this building was ever a place of worship. The strangest detail is its doors. The massive metal doors at the front are not real. Closer inspection reveals they are merely decorative elements, mounted or painted onto the wall. The actual entrance is a small door at the back of the structure. So what was this building used for? Some claim it was a library. Others say it housed a piano room. But according to former workers, beneath the structure lay a large basement and an extensive tunnel system. Why such a grand building appears so impractical remains one of the island's greatest question marks. Living on a small Caribbean island may look appealing from the outside, but the conditions are challenging. There is no natural source of fresh water. To solve this, Epstein installed a massive desalination plant, a system that turned ocean water into drinking water. Energy was also independent. A large solar panel field occupied the center of the island, backed up by enormous generators. Even without power from the mainland, the island could function on its own for weeks. Transportation was fully controlled as well. A helicopter pad sits on the northern side of the island, and Epstein and most of his guests arrive this way. For those coming by sea, a heavily protected marina and dock lie on the southern coast, capable of accommodating large yachts. But what truly makes this island unsettling are its decorative elements, because they feel less like decoration and more like reflections of obsession. On one hill stands an unusual sundial. Everywhere you look, there are life-sized animal statues and strange figures. A massive cow statue gazes out over the sea from one ridge. Elsewhere, owl figures appear. Along the shore, hidden within the rocks, is a music room and a private cinema. From the outside, they are almost impossible to notice. Although the island appears luxurious, it was designed around a constant fear of being watched. Its physical layout does not resemble a prison, but its logic is the inverse. Not to keep those inside from escaping, but to prevent outsiders from seeing in. Strong ocean currents and sharp cliffs form a natural defensive barrier. However, this isolation came at a cost. Staff had to be transported daily by boat from St. Thomas. Every worker signed strict non-disclosure agreements. Speaking was forbidden. Physical isolation merged with psychological pressure. The island's greatest legend concerns the tunnels. After the FBI raid, investigations revealed that some buildings had foundations far deeper than expected. According to former employees, tunnels extended from the blue stripe structure to the main house, and even to sea caves along the shore. The island's limestone and volcanic geology made underground excavation relatively easy. When heavy machinery was brought in by ship, no one could see what was happening below the surface. After Epstein's mysterious death in 2019, the island fell silent for a long time. The villas that once symbolized power and excess were left to decay. Gardens filled with wild weeds, paint peeled from the statues. In 2023, the island was sold to another billionaire for approximately $60 million. The new plan is simple: to turn the island into a luxury resort, to erase its dark past and transform it into a place where ordinary people can come and vacation. If this perspective offered you something new, subscribe to the channel, because history speaks, and those who listen win.